Hi there, I'm Rex King. Welcome back to another episode where I review films currently in theaters. And today we are talking about Drive Away Dolls. So, Drive Away Dolls was directed by Ethan Coen. It stars Margaret Qualley and Geraldine Viswanathan. I apologize if I mispronounced those names. As these two women who end up renting this car to go down to Tallahassee, Florida. However, it turns out that there's a case in the trunk of the car that these thugs want and are going to come after them to get. So basically, this is a simple setup for a road trip movie that will have hopefully a bunch of hilarity to ensue. And I'm glad to report that I do feel like the story managed to nail down the comedy. Now, I don't want to go into specifics because I don't want to spoil anything, but needless to say, there are some really funny set pieces that I really enjoyed in this film, and I felt like the comedy was right on point. I laughed throughout the runtime of this movie, and I felt it was smart. I felt it was funny. I love the physical comedy. It was really right on point for what I was looking for in a film like this. This film could have been very stale, could have been very simplistic. We've seen these types of road trip movies a dozen times before. This film doesn't reinvent the wheel entirely, but I do feel like it does enough different to set itself apart. And I did feel like the comedy was weird and quirky enough where I felt like I could see this film being talked about as probably one of the better road trip comedies to come out post the 90s. Um, and this is helped by the fact that the characters are really cool. Margaret Qualley plays the this lesbian woman who is like obsessed with sex. She pretty much has sex with any woman she meets. And meanwhile, Geraldine Viswanathan plays kind of the opposite. She's much more reserved. She's also still a lesbian, but she doesn't really like go out there to have sex. She's looking for a deeper relationship. And these two manage to play off their different personalities really well throughout the entirety of the film. And I felt like the character development between the two is quite well done. There are times where I did feel like that some of the resolution of their characters was just kind of rushed towards the end, but it didn't bother me a ton. That's also probably because the performances by those two actresses is absolutely spectacular, and the performances in this film are all great performers in this movie. That's probably to do with some fantastic casting. And I'm to be honest, I didn't suspect to see some of the actors that I did end up seeing into this film. The visuals are also quite good. The film is meant to feel like it was made in the 90s, and it kind of does manage to do that quite well. There's also some weird, like, psychedelic sequences throughout the runtime that adds some, like, unique quirkiness to the overall feel of the film. The music's fine. It's everything I expected to hear from a movie like this. It's nothing new, nothing different. Overall, Drive Away Dolls was a pleasant surprise for me. I went into this film not really expecting a ton, but I had a great time. It's not a long runtime, it's fairly short, it's about an hour and a half, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. The comedy lands pretty well, the characters are really fun, and I just had a good time. At the end of the day, I'm going to give Drive Away Dolls a 7 out of 10. This film isn't going to be for everyone. If you aren't comfortable around sexual humor, this film has a ton of that, and you're gonna feel uncomfortable if that is something you're not comfortable with. Uh, just fair warning. Anyway, that's what I thought about Drive Away Dolls. What did you think about it if you've seen it? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.